Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Welcome back. What? Auto Boys have the score. It's the end of the bench. Clint's going to wait around for a full segment just to talk to Collier again. Collier. Oh, anyways. We have the U.S. Open. Nope, that one already happened. This is just the Open. Happening currently. Of course, we had some Red Raiders out on the course this morning. But that's not the biggest news of the day, I would say, David Collier, as we had some other stuff going on.
We did have some other stuff going on in a galaxy not far away.
Now, when I saw the news yesterday, or the tease, I thought to myself, oh, this will be nice. I have something to talk about tomorrow. I'm sure everyone will love it or not hate it and just be indifferent about it. It's a stadium name. Who cares? Really was my thought yesterday. But I was like, oh, yeah, well, not a lot of sports going on. It'll be nice. There's not really a bunch of headlines from yesterday. It's one of the most dead days in sports. We have, Rangers and Braves coming up, Astros, Orioles coming up. But we could talk about this stadium name, right?
Yeah.
And then they announce it, and it doesn't seem to be overwhelmingly positive, David.
Well,
just from the fan reaction.
Well, I can kind of understand that. I mean, history, tradition, right?
Yeah.
That's a big deal. We're in a place where, clearly change happens everywhere, but a lot of people are stuck in their ways, and I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm 50 years old, basically. I'm pretty much stuck in my ways. So don't come at me, bro, with that, right?
Yeah.
But right, I mean, you're used to a certain way, and I know. Oh, we're on 18. And I know
-4 today.
A lot of people's thoughts on data centers around here, certainly not positive at times. But so I could see the frustration from that angle, right?
Well, I think a lot of it is the Jones name is not on the stadium anymore.
It currently is.
Right, but not,
it will not be.
not on the sign they shared today.
Yes, I double checked to see if it had already been removed, but it is still up.
So just because the logo is on that piece of the stadium, right, doesn't mean that the Jones moniker is leaving.
No, they actually reference it way down in that press release too.
And what does that say?
For nearly 8 decades, Texas Tech's stadium has carried the name of its third president. The Jones family legacy will remain woven into the history of the university, with additional details on Texas Tech's plans to honor its original stadium namesake to be announced at a later date. So you could still call it the Jones.
Yeah.
We still call it the Law.
Yeah.
I do anyway.
Yes.
I don't call it the RIP.
Even though Texas Tech calls it the RIP.
Yeah, I don't. I call
it the Law.
I go to basketball games at the
Law.
RIP.
Yeah.
That's where I go to.
Yeah.
The RIP.
I don't know. It just, I think the data center angle it just seems like it makes sense to me because Texas Tech is on the cutting edge and the front end of a lot of the data center stuff, especially here in West Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, that was announced a year ago. More? Less? Whenever it was announced, there's like a huge partnership with data centers in Texas Tech.
Yeah.
And so it's not a surprise to me that some sort of data center would be on the stadium. As far as the name goes, you don't want to line it up at Galaxy Stadium. No, it's unique. It's unique. I've already seen, my first thought was the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Which I think it was Jarrett Ramirez said the defense is going to be called Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Which makes sense. A little more.
I mean, are we going to the Lax? Hey, you hitting the Lax this weekend?
I don't think so.
The Gal?
The Lax. That doesn't. Yeah, neither one of those sound.
You hitting old Gal this weekend?
That again, both of those don't sound like something you're going to have in your lexicon.
I mean, I will forever call it the Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't call it AT&T Stadium.
I didn't either.
I never once.
Yeah. I always
never
called
once
it,
did I say AT&T Stadium.
I said Jones Stadium all the time.
I also never call it the Benny Hill Griffith Stadium. Called the Swamp.
That's very true.
I don't call it Tiger Stadium or whatever. It's Death Valley.
Yeah. No, you're all valid points.
Right? I don't call it AT&T Stadium in Arlington. I call it Jerry World.
I think it's a little different here because since it was Jones Stadium, you could always omit that, and I think that was probably that would have been a deal breaker, right? I don't think Galaxy would have said, well, yeah, you can call it Jones Galaxy Stadium because it gives you the opportunity.
We'll give you $3 million a year for Jones Galaxy, but we'll pay an extra $2 million for Galaxy.
Yeah, maybe. I understand it from their standpoint because people like me, I omitted the middle part of that. I never said the company in the middle. If you get rid of the name that the stadium is, then you got to call it that. Even if it's, and I'm not saying theirs, but there are plenty of other stadiums that are oddly named, like Crypto, whatever. Right? Or where they play Summer League basketball.
Crypto, that's the
Michelob Ultra.
The Clippers
Arena. The Clippers is
Michelob Ultra Arena.
That's where
in Vegas.
Yeah.
Is that where the Players Era is?
That's where
one of the sites for the Players Era.
I'm sure it is because that's where Summer League stuff's going on. One of the places.
They're gonna have college basketball games at a beer arena.
Yeah, why not? Sell beer at basketball games anyway.
Sure. I don't know. I mean, at least it's not FanDuel or something, right?
That would have been
DraftKings Stadium.
That would have not been great.
I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I was reading into this Galaxy, and I'm not up onto the data centers as like the political side of it.
I was about to say the political side of it seems like it. Not that I'm really deep into that either, but that seems like a frustration with some.
Somebody said this is a closed loop water system data center. So it's not one of these water eating data centers that people are afraid of.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's good. Right?
I don't know if you hate data centers,
you're going to hate them all.
Buckle up because they are entwined with Texas Tech now.
Yeah.
Not only in the stadium name, but I mean you are on the forefront of data centers and how they're, operating.
Yeah.
Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Back.
Arkansas does not end with a vowel. Chuck.
Oh, it's got an S at the end.
Ooh.
It ends in the vowel sound.
It does? I guess it does, yeah.
No, it's not. I guess. Yeah. Aw. 100.7 The Score. It's the End of the Bench. Time to check the calendar here, Lucas.
Oh, we're there, huh?
Your daily look at what's happening in the world of sports, birthdays, and holidays.
So much fun.
Let's check the calendar.
It is July 17th, 2026, and it is World Emoji Day. What's your favorite emoji?
Lucas?
No, what's your most used emoji? David doesn't use emojis much.
A laughing one of some sort.
David, I want you to open up your text group with us.
Yep.
And hit the emoji button.
All right. What is it called again? Breakfast Boys?
No, it's NBA talk.
Oh, I thought you meant the other one.
No. The one with the three people here.
Okay. NBA talk. Well, earlier the other person was here.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
That generally means it just brings up your most used emojis. I've never once used a pumpkin emoji, a jack-o'-lantern emoji. It's my number 2.
Yeah, I've got laughing ones. Upside down face.
I've also got a winky. I don't wink at people.
I wink.
You wink.
I do wink.
You wink.
Yeah. It's kind of my like my dad joke, huh?
Thought face.
Wink, wink.
I got a dynamite. I've never used any of these.
Could you read the last text sent in the NBA talk thread?
Sure.
Not text. I'm sorry. Last.
It's a tweet from Lucas. Oh, from David.
Well, it's not from me.
I thought Lucas sent this. Well, David has shared a tweet from the New York Post Sports that says Olympic figure skater quad god Ilya Malanin walks the red carpet for Time 100 Sports.
You didn't even respond to that one.
He also sent last night a meme that was very funny.
I know. I wanted to post that today, and then he wasn't even working, so I figured it didn't work.
It's National Lottery Day. National Peach Ice Cream Day. I like peach flavored things. I've never had peach ice cream. National Tattoo Day. Any birthdays?
What is that?
Tattoo?
Yeah.
What's
Hey,
it? Are you
speaking
asking me
of-
what a tattoo is?
Yeah. Speaking of which, you said National Peach Ice Cream Day?
Uh-huh.
Is that akin to the peach margarita that I sent you images of last week?
No, I don't think so.
Lucas, did you see that? There's such thing as a peach margarita that has a full lime slice on the rim of it.
I've made peach margaritas. They're delicious.
It's weird. It's just like the shirt he was wearing last week.
The pink lemonade shirt.
You need to bring that back. That was a fantastic
Dude,
shirt.
I'm telling you. I'm going to track down.
I'll wear it again.
I'm tracking down that person at Reebok. That's a peach margarita. Anyway.
I thought Clint left 30 minutes ago.
I did too.
David Hasselhoff turning 74 years old today.
Let's go.
OG Anunoby turning 29.
Younger than Collier.
Connor Bedard, 21.
Who's that?
Younger than all of us.
Luke Bryan turning 50.
Wow, I would have said younger than Collier.
You would be wrong.
Mick Cronin, 55.
Shorter than Collier.
Angrier than Collier.
Angrier, for sure.
Pettier.
Yeah, definitely
grudges
better.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick Barnes, 72 years old. And Darnold Sutherland would have celebrated a birthday. He would have been 91 years old today.
Donald Sutherland. I thought you said Darnold at first.
Sam Darnold Sutherland.
This is Darnell Sutherland. Is that a comedian? Darnell and his cousin.
Working on it.
Any sports history, David Collier.
I'm gonna let you play. Guess which former Texas Tech pitcher did something today. This former Texas Tech pitcher gave up 1 run on 6 hits and 7 2/3 innings of work in a 6-1 win over Minnesota. Which former Red Raider pitcher, who we mention on these slow days in the summer?
So, can I get a year, or is that...
I believe I started with 2016. Maybe I didn't.
2016.
Yeah.
That is a Stephen Gingery.
Stephen Gingery never made it to Major League Baseball because of an arm injury. This is a Major League Baseball game.
Oh, that is Davis. Oh.
It's July.
See,
Baseball's not usually going on
You
now.
just said Minnesota. If you would have said the Twins...
Well, I just assumed we thought we were talking.
Well, you play Minnesota.
Yeah, I know, but not typically not in July.
You know, I wasn't really listening.
Well, today is July 17th.
I locked in on the, I guess. Yeah, that makes more sense. I forget how this stuff works sometimes.
Yeah.
On July 17th, that's got to be Chad Bettis or Josh Tomlin. I'm going to go Josh Tomlin.
Josh Tomlin is the correct answer. Congratulations.
Took me a second.
I mean, you had Daniel Coulomb, you had A.J. Ramos, you had...
Well, I figured a starter would have those stats.
That's true, but, you might not have known. Right?
Well, I didn't have a lot of information there, but...
On this day in 2011, the British Open was won by Darren Clark, his one and only major title, he won by 3 strokes over Americans Dustin Johnson and Phil Mickelson. And on this day in 2022, the 150th British Open at St. Andrews, Cameron Smith, who is on the verge of missing the cut,
Yes.
wins his first major title by 1 stroke over Cameron Young, who is on the leaderboard, and Rory McIlroy finished 3rd.
They're all on the leaderboard.
Well, the one that you see on the bottom of the screen right there.
He's 2nd, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is 6.
So he's on the leaderboard. Is Cameron Smith on that leaderboard? He is not.
Bryson DeChambeau, who was good yesterday, looks a little more wild today. We'll see.
Did you hear
We'll
his
see if he can
post-game
figure it out.
comments?
No.
Post-round comments? Apparently, Nick Faldo had basically said Bryson has no strategy when he goes on the golf course.
Yeah, so he actually prepared this time?
Well, he might have prepared. He prepared his post-game comments or post-round comments by mentioning he thought he had a really good strategy over and over again. He just talked about his strategy during his first round. But he made it clear he was talking to somebody in particular. Movies on this day, 1996, Multiplicity. Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I Love
was trying
Pizza.
to get there, yeah. That's the clone movie.
Mm-hmm. Did you do that with like a lisp? It sounded like you said that with a lisp. Well, no, one of the clones kind of has like a lisp.
No.
It sounded like you said that with a lisp.
What phrase in that phrase I said would have a lisp?
It sounded like you said that with a
A
lisp.
clone. Is that the clone movie? I did kind of say it like I was in Delco.
It just sounded
Like
that
Bam
way. It's
Margera.
not a bad thing. Eight-Legged Freaks in 2002.
Yeah.
Seemed like you would like that one.
That's Eight-Legged Freaks. That's not Arachnophobia with Jeff Daniels.
No, it is not, because that would be
Eight-Legged Freaks is that John
I'm not
Cusack?
going to click on it because I have other movies to get to.
Okay, go ahead.
1987, RoboCop.
Sure.
Never really a fan of that. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, 1992.
Was that the second one?
The Pokemon movie, 2000, released in 1999.
I've never seen Pokemon.
Turbo, 2013.
The Snails.
Snails. The Mask of Zorro, 1998, with Antonio Banderas.
Banderas. And Catherine Zeta-Jones.
And saving the best for last. How much time do we have left here, Lucas? How many?
30 seconds.
Oh, well, Cyberbully in 2011. That's not what we're saving for the best for last. Let's go Heartstopper Forever. Don't know what that is. 500 Days of Summer, 2009.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Best for last, Trainwreck, 2015. Your favorite movie.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
More after this. You gotta quit talking to me right before we're coming back. Welcome back. You said terrible on a trivia, and Collier's like, "Oh, why don't you double dip?" It's because we're 4 and 5.
Could have been
And
500.
Vincent
We
Van
could have
Gogh
been
is
the
not the
Rangers.
Dutch painter they were asking about.
Who's the Dutch painter?
I don't know. The only Dutch painter I know is Vincent Van Gogh.
Well, but you can look.
Rembrandt is Dutch. And it was the Phillies.
I knew it was the Phillies.
And it was Stella Artois.
Oh,
which
yeah,
I
do.
would not call
Wait
a
a minute,
green
green
bottle.
That's not a green bottle. Did they change it? That is not green.
And then nobody knows athletic competition shows debuting in South Korea.
Quite like us.
And then I just ripped a firefighter movie because I thought it was Fahrenheit 451, but apparently it was Ladder 49. Which,
Ooh.
I mean, who knows a bunch of firefighter movies?
Man.
Dutch painters, man. I need to brush up in my
Ooh.
Dutch painting.
I got LeBron and Kobe. Which one do I go with? I guess I can put LeBron at center. It's 2010s.
Well, yeah, it's got. Well, I mean, Kobe doesn't have great stats in 2010s, does he?
24 points.
I would still go LeBron.
LeBron at center.
Unbelievable. All right, let's pick some football games now that I'm all mad about Dutch painters. We'll start with Utah. Utah. And this is an opening game against Idaho.
Oh, the Vandals. I'm going to go ahead and I have professed my love for Idaho quite a bit throughout my time on the radio.
Yeah.
I love the state of Idaho, so let's go with Utah. My favorite part of Idaho was driving out of it.
I'll also take Utah. We'll start with you here, Lucas. Arkansas, the only state mentioned in the Bible.
Utah.
You're like my dad, if you were my dad. Every single time.
Well, it is. You know the only car brand mentioned in the Bible?
What's that?
It's the Honda Accord. Jesus and his apostles were all in one accord.
Wow.
It's like a clown
Was
car.
it a two-door?
Yeah, all 13 of them.
I'm going to go with Utah on this one. Didn't Arkansas win like 2 games last year?
Yeah, they have a new coach.
Yeah.
So does Utah. Utah State.
They're fighting Matt Wells.
Now, they went and got the guy from before Matt Wells, after Matt Wells, yeah. But they've since got rid of him.
I couldn't tell you who Utah State's football coach is.
You know what I want to guess? What was that guy's name?
Ooh.
What do you mean, ooh? You know that you looked it up?
Yeah.
Is he?
No, actually.
It's a known name.
No, the thing.
Is it the defensive coordinator that was there? What's his name? What's that coach's name in Utah State?
Oh, it is Bronco Mendenhall.
Bronco. Okay, that's not who I thought it was. What was the guy that was there before Matt Wells and after Matt Wells?
Blake Anderson.
Blake Anderson.
He's now at
Mr.
Southern
Anderson.
Mendenhall, former BYU head coach.
Where did Norvell go? From Colorado State. Did
Jay
he go to
Norvell?
Nevada?
Well, he was at. No, wait a minute. Who was at Nevada? I say Nevada. You say Nevada. You say.
Let's call the whole thing off.
You say data. I say data.
Data center?
Yeah.
Okay.
You say data.
Sure. What do you call a moving picture?
Video.
No, like a clip. What do you call a moving pictures here, David? The little clips that you put on the internet.
No, we're not going with GIF and GIF.
Well, apparently we're doing the rest of it.
What do you? I call it a GIF.
Yeah, it's a GIF. It's a graphic interface.
But it's not.
The guy that made it says GIF. Utah is going to beat Idaho, Arkansas, and Utah State, and then beat Iowa State, Kansas, and Colorado, lose to Houston, beat Cincinnati, and then play BYU at home. I will take Utah in the revenge spot.
Well,
what say you, David Collier?
I will take BYU in the better team spot.
Lucas?
I'll take BYU.
Sorry.
No, I figured you guys would. That's why I went with Utah. At Arizona.
I'll go ahead and go first so you guys can fight over the rest of it. I will take the Wildcats in this one.
Lucas?
Arizona.
Well, what were you going to go?
Utah.
You were going to Utah?
Wow. So that is a win for BYU and a win for Arizona. Arizona also already projected to beat Kansas State and TCU. We have, ladies and germs, 3 undefeated teams on the board. 4. We flipped the Arizona State game. Arizona State, and BYU Texas Tech have not been picked with a loss. That's 9-3 for Utah. 9-3 for Utah.
I'm comfortable
Let's
with
do
9
it
and
this
3.
way. We're going to clear the board today, but let's just clear some of these easy games. Arizona, Northern Arizona.
Okay. Yeah, we don't need to.
Arizona, Northern Arizona.
We'll take Arizona.
Arizona?
Yes.
Morgan State, Arizona State.
Yeah.
And then Utah Tech, BYU.
I think we will go with the Cougars in that one.
Then we'll skip to week 3 because there's very interesting games in week 2 here. Northern Illinois, Arizona. That is Mountain West, Northern Illinois.
Yep, the Mountain West Huskies.
And then Colorado State, BYU. Any objections to me just filling these out?
Yeah, go ahead and fill those out.
Arizona at Washington State.
Arizona.
I think that could be one of those games that's like too close at the end, but Arizona will win that game.
Yeah, quite possibly, but
Arizona at worst 9-3.
okay.
Arizona State, Hawaii at home. In the middle of October. We'll go with another one there. Arizona State at worst 8-4. BYU at worst 9-3.
Sounds about right.
So far, the best record on the board is Houston at 10-2. And somehow we have them losing to Oklahoma State.
Okay. To clarify, whenever you bring that up, can you say you and Lucas? I know it's a team effort here, but I did not pick that.
This is us, David. Quit trying to be your own man. We all have games that we disagree with. Well, we don't have to bring it up every time. So the collective us,
says the guy that does the Arkansas joke every time about the Bible.
The collective us has Houston at 10-2, which I think is a good record for Houston. I think it's
They won 10 last year.
I think it's an appropriate record for Houston. Not good as in good for them. They won 10 games. I'm saying I think they'll win 10 games. Kansas State 8-4. Utah 9-3. You have a 7-5 for Oklahoma State, which I think they'll get there. I think it might be some different teams they beat, but I think 7-5 is appropriate. 8-4 for Kansas State, I think, is maybe a little high for them, but probably right where their window should be. But I think you're going to have 3-4 more 9+ win teams added right here.
Well, you had 3 10-win teams last year.
More after this.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
So we were just discussing BYU's lack of receiver depth and front-end receiver. Is that going to be an issue? I mean, they don't really want to throw it around, but sometimes you need to. You need to make a play. But also without a lack of, wide receiver depth, they're an LJ Martin injury away from really changing the season.
Yeah.
So I think BYU is going to lose 2 conference games. I would have them losing to someone out of Arizona, Arizona State, and Utah. But the rest of their conference games, TCU on the road, Iowa State at home, UCF on the road, Baylor at home, Kansas on the road, Cincinnati. I mean, we picked a bunch of BYU games in the first 4 or 5 of these things we did, and we did who we thought was going to be the worst to the best.
Yeah.
So BYU here, we have them at 10-2 with a loss to Notre Dame and Arizona State. We all picked them to beat Arizona. But I think that'd be like, we're flipping a coin and it's probably landing on BYU more often. But I think that's going to be a close game. And I do think the revenge factor. All I'm saying is, if you flip the game on this thing, it'd be Houston beating Oklahoma State. I think I might flip Arizona to beat BYU.
I'm totally fine with that because I might be more inclined to pick Utah in that situation, rivalry /
Oh, I would also flip that.
Yeah.
You know what? Is this crazy? BYU might go 8-4.
Well, the thing that you mentioned does kind of concern me. If BYU gets behind, who's Bear Bachmeier throwing the ball to unless it's L.J. Martin, right?
Yeah.
And if you get behind Utah, should have a good defense with their head coach, a running team, right? Yeah. They're going to be able to milk the clock against you. I'm totally fine having to have Bear Bachmeier win a football game with his arm. I don't think he's going to do it. You know?
I'm also fine with having BYU at 10-2.
Yes,
but I think the floor is 8-4.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of things went right last year for them to even be where they were. So I'm fine with 10-2. I'm not going to change it. I think if one of these teams is back in the Big 12 championship, it's Texas Tech and not BYU. So let's go to Arizona, who now has a loss against BYU as their only loss on the season. They finish with Arizona State. Arizona State. That's the Territorial Cup in the final week of the season.
This is part of the border battle, right?
It is the border battle. It is at Arizona State this year. Arizona won last year.
And it's at Arizona State?
Yeah, I think Arizona State's going to hammer Arizona.
Really?
Yeah.
Lucas?
I would go Arizona State.
And the last game of the year.
Can't hold nothing back. Last game of the year.
Yeah, I'll go Arizona State as well.
It's another movie reference. Arizona, Texas Tech. In Lubbock. At Galaxy Stadium.
Galaxy Stadium. A lot of comments on Galaxy Stadium, by the way, on the 840 Center Chatline.
Yeah, we'll get back to that.
No. Yeah, I'm taking the Red Raiders in that. You just don't come into the Galaxy and leave with a win. It's a black hole, if you will.
Yeah. Oh, dude. The student section's got to be
the black hole.
Right?
Yeah. Without a doubt, right?
Then you have the south end zone as the Milky Way. I guess the Milky Way is not in a galaxy; it's just a galaxy, so that doesn't make as much sense. Arizona State, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
In Lubbock.
Revenge. Right?
I sure think a lot of these Red Raiders are thinking about that game at Big 12 Media Days. Okay. I'm going to have to do a little bit of finagling here. Texas Tech 12-0 in the Big 12 Championship. That's easy. Utah 9-3. TCU 8-4. Kansas State 8-4. Houston 10-2. BYU 10-2, but 8-1 in Big 12 play. Arizona State 10-2, but 8-1 in Big 12 play. Arizona 10-2, but 7-2 in Big 12 play. Arizona State head up against BYU. We had them as the winner. So you'll have a rematch in the Big 12 Championship, Texas Tech, Arizona State.
Last two Big 12 champions. For conference supremacy.
I like it. And it's my two favorite coaches in the Big 12.
Yeah?
It's two of my three favorite coaches in the Big 12. Who's my second favorite Big 12 head coach?
Kalani Sitake?
No. That guy's a goober.
It's got to be Willie Fritz then.
Nope.
No.
You're the guy that likes Willie Fritz a lot.
Yep, that's true. I don't like his voice.
Willie Fritz is coaching Houston this year. We got a lot of good things going on.
That's more Ed Orgeron Trying to do a Willie Fritz impression.
No, Ed Orgeron's deeper.
Are you a Rich Rod guy?
I am a Rich Rod guy. Would not be in the top 3. Rich Rod might be 4, though.
Are you talking about or like them as coaches?
I like him as coaches.
Okay. So I can take Eric Morris off of there.
No. It's Eric Morris.
It is Eric Morris? Okay.
Yeah. Joey, Eric, Kenny, Rich Rod.
In that order.
That's my Big 12 coaching Mount Rushmore right now. Who would be your top 4? Willie Fritz is number 1 for you.
Is this like coaches or just like I like them? Oddly like them. Eric Morris, Joey, Willie Fritz. I'm going to get crushed for this. Dave Miranda. I love listening to him talk.
Yeah. I mean, I do think there is a coaching component to my list.
Okay.
But also, like, I'm not. If Joey left tomorrow, I wouldn't be like, hire Rich Rod, please.
I think.
But I would want to hire Eric or Kenny Dillingham.
Yes, I would like to hire. If I was going coaching, I would get Kenny Dillingham in there. I do think that there's the other side of Kenny Dillingham that I would have to deal with that you probably wouldn't have to deal with.
I will say Kenny Dillingham, I don't always like him as an opponent.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a whiner.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I would strongly say Kenny Dillingham's like Ian Kinsler to me. Or like an Alex Bregman. Like if those guys were on my team, I would love them.
Yeah.
I did not like Ian Kinsler as a Tiger. I hate Alex Bregman as an Astro.
See, but I think those two guys are very subdued. I think of him more of like Ron Artest, kind of unhinged
kind of a pest,
at time.
Kind of, yeah. Yes. I'm just saying that like Grayson Allen.
Yeah.
Like if I was a Duke fan or wherever he is now, Utah, Nuggets, Denver.
I think he's a
Wizard. He just got traded.
No, he got Charlotte.
Charlotte. Oh,
yeah.
He just got traded to the Charlotte.
Yeah.
I knew it was one of these trades in this offseason. So since Grayson Allen's on my team now, I'm not going to have any kind of trip to. I'm not going to be tripped up by not liking him.
Hornet fan right here.
Long time. Months. And I had the coolest Charlotte Hornets hat years ago, and I can't find it.
Oh, that's
I don't know where it is.
Bullfighter with a good comparison for your Willie Fritz.
Yeah.
Or Batman.
I was kind of doing the Batman.
Yeah, it did sound like Batman. Ed Orgeron as Batman is what that sounded like.
You forgot Cody Campbell Field at Galaxy Stadium. Did I? More after this. 100.7 The Score, State of the Bench.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back. The final segment. And then we'll turn over to the bottom line, which I believe is Jeffrey McGuire today. And not Choice Woodman, because it's Friday.
I'm going to text into that show like crazy.
Clint Scott will be back at 3 o'clock for Tech Talk on Double T 97.3. They'll lead you all the way to 5:30 for the Texas Rangers. They're playing the Braves tonight. You also have the Astros and the Orioles on 100.7 The Score. Scotty Scheffler buried in the grass, the tall stuff, at the Open. Lucas Herbert began the day even. Shot a -8. Began our day -8 and in the lead. He's still there. Young, Suber, Burns all in the clubhouse at -6 and -5. DeChambeau through 9 at -4. He's joined by Wallace, Collier, Detry, McIntyre, Fitzpatrick, and more. Scheffler at -3. He's joined by
Jordan Spieth.
Ludwig Aubert. No. Of course you would say Jordan Spieth over the Red Raider, Ludwig Aubert. No way Jordan Spieth's at -3, by the way. No chance. DeChambeau and I believe Scheffler both through 9. Potential playing partners there. H-Cop says, does Choice ever work? I mean, he shows up sometimes. I'd hardly call it work. Resident Aggie says, just for Lucas, so nice. He is a WNBA fan. Funny this announcement comes after Sophie Cunningham made a post about data centers and is getting railed for it, according to Fox News' website. Well, there's a lot in that text I'm unsure about. Sophie Cunningham is pro data center?
No, she is not.
Oh, she's anti-data center.
Yeah.
And the Fox News people are mad at her for being being anti-data center. Now, I think there probably are some data centers that we should be afraid of. But I, for one, do not think that AI is going to be a sentient being and come back and kill us. It is ruining the minds of our children who lack critical thinking, but that's every young generation. Every older generation thinks the next generation lacks critical thinking and is getting dumber. They're just finding new ways to be smarter than us, generally. We'll see what happens there. I think there's lots of hope for the future, but I'm an optimist.
This is the way this game's going for me.
I played 82-0 once today, got 80-2.
I just got where I could actually pick Michael Jordan.
Uh-huh.
And it was Wizards Michael Jordan.
Ah.
So I had to go Gilbert Arenas.
You got to take the shot when you got him. With Gilbert Arenas.
Bill Russell's 22 rebounds. See if that helps me out.
Get it, the shot. Had a gun in the locker room.
Yep.
Poncho was talking about the...
I got a really good defensive team right now.
He was talking about the data centers. I can't find that text right now. T-Money 806 also says this. Coach, how do you come out of halftime? Well, the HEB Red Raiders need to implement the tropical smoothie blocking scheme. We adjust the Mighty Wash locker room, but we also need to get the McDonald's D-line rested up so when we get back on the Galaxy Field, we're ready to go. The viewers watching the Monster Energy Big 12 on Fox should really enjoy the second half. Thanks, Coach. See you after the Gene Messer halftime. NASCAR, here we go. I mean, that's written like a joke. He finishes it with a laughing emoji. Could you potentially in the future, Collier, see jersey patches for the defense?
Oh, wow.
The offense? I mean, could a company come in and sponsor the defense? Now,
they should hire you over there.
Listen, Texas and OU are both Nike schools. OU and Jordan School. Those two teams and a couple of more SEC teams and somebody else just had players listed to the Nike NIL roster. Okay, we have our second school being featured on the Open, and it's Arizona State. But I believe it's Arizona State in the midst of a slide. Not because he's doing anything good. That was Sanjay M, right? And M was one of the leaders yesterday. Sanjay M not on the leaderboard currently. What was I just saying? Could a company come in and sponsor certain things? Now, Nike NIL athletes, and then you have Team Mahomes, right? The Adidas NIL stuff that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Could those guys have some special signifier that they're a Nike athlete or an Adidas athlete or a Mahomes athlete on their jersey? Like, let's say Micah Hudson is a Mahomes athlete this season, or Trick or White or whoever you want to pick. Could they have like a gold? You know, you do the C patch.
You have the gold.
Could they do the gold Mahomes logo
to
signify and they're a Mahomes athlete kind of thing?
Yeah, why not? That makes sense.
Well,
I don't think anybody would understand that, though.
The rules probably say that everybody's patches have to be the same on the jersey.
Yeah, that's...
So I don't know if you actually can do that.
The whole uniform thing.
Old Razzle Dazzle got 82-0 on his first day. So did Kyler Brown Puddin'. It took me 3 weeks probably to get 82-0.
First day? You just got it's.
That could have been his 5th try.
It's a lot of luck too. I mean,
yeah, you gotta have the right.
I've got Bob Boozer like 6 times. Who's Bob Boozer? You say?
Boy, does Tech know anything about optics. Welcome to AI Data Stadium. We take money and don't care that you don't have any water to drink. It's my understanding that Galaxy is a closed loop water data center. For whatever that's worth. But Rob, you don't trust Brent Brennan. Yeah, that's true. I don't trust Brent Brennan. I probably said that 100 times in the last month. For a school that is becoming famously disconnected from reality, putting a data center company's name on Jones Stadium is right on brand. Hashtag the brand. If Texas Tech's 25 team played against the 08 team, which one would win in your opinion? Mind you, both teams had only 1 loss in conference and 2 losses overall, whereas the 08 team ranked as high as number 2 in the nation, and last year's team reached number 4. Which team was the best, which includes the coaching staff on both?
You think defense? Well,
defense wins championships. Impossible to say in a one-off. If those 2 teams played 10 times, maybe I'd lean one way, 6-4.
Which way? That's what we want to know.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Oh, you're going to leave us like that?
I got 10 seconds.
I got 10 seconds to get this 82-0. Oh, Cliff Robinson's not.
I think I'd probably lean 08.
You know what?
Just because I think Michael Crabtree is the biggest difference maker.
78 was my best.
More after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
This has been the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 107thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.